Welcome back, folks. We're talking about inspiring people and inspiring stories. Did you ever do anything on an impulse? My next guest, Pat Fry, called for a cab and took an unplanned 9-day, $4,100 cab drive and said it saved her life. Let's meet Pat Fry. Hi, Pat. Welcome to the show. Now, how did it save your life?
Well, I don't know whether it literally saved it. It saved my peace of mind. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
I had been feeling very down in the dumps for quite a while. I had a bad case of cabin fever. That was the main thing. I don't have a car. I don't have a license because I flunked my test 3 times. All my friends were on vacation with their cars. I was just feeling blue. There had been some deaths in my...
You had lost some of your good friends.
Yeah, 2 good girlfriends, pals of mine, died of cancer, and a man I was very fond of died of heart attack very suddenly, all within a year.
Yeah.
And my own family's gone, my parents are gone, and I'm single and so on. It was just a bad day. It was a very bad day. That's all I can tell you.
So you decided to take a cab ride?
I decided to go to the beach, that's all. I had my T-shirt, my slacks, $30 in my purse, my credit card, a checkbook, lipstick, hanky, as my mother always said, keys, that was it. And I was just going to go to the beach. First I thought of Santa Monica, but that's too close to LA. I thought we'd go up the coast about an hour or so to Santa Barbara. And I'd feel better. You know, I always feel better when I see the horizon and the water over there. In fact, we might go down to the Gulf of Mexico.
Now, Steve,
you want to rent a car.
I know you probably wanted, you longed for a good fare, but this was... What did you think? What?
I was just happy to get out of L.A. for a few hours, you know. Anywhere to get out of L.A., right?
Okay, so you just started driving.
That's right.
And how did that go for you?
It's fine. I mean, as long as she wants to pay, I'll go anywhere in the universe, you know?
Now, I understand you kept the meter going day and night.
That's right.
Well...
But I gave her a discount, though. So
you gave her a discount?
Yeah, I gave her a discount.
It went up to $7,600.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yes,
so she
the
got a good
discount
discount.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good to hear. That's good to hear.
Senior citizen discount.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. Now, what did you guys do? You stayed...
We sang a lot.
You sang a lot.
We sang On the Road Again, Willie Nelson, singing, what's the other one? Hit the road, Jack, don't you come back no more. We sang all the way up to Oregon and Washington.
All the way to Oregon? You wound up in Victoria,
Yes.
Canada?
That's right.
And they took your picture at the Empress Hotel. I was just there not long ago.
Oh, isn't that gorgeous?
Yeah, it's a beautiful place.
Unfortunately, we didn't stay there. We were staying at all the economy budget motels.
Because you were footing the bill.
Well, for the budget motels, like Motel 6, I'll be paying my credit card till the year 2000. It's all right.
Now, I don't want to be nosy, but separate rooms?
Oh, yes, yes. We're just good pals.
Okay, good pals. We just needed to see. Now, Steve, you had another passenger along the way, Jonathan, who's welcome, Jonathan.
Nice to meet you.
And you never left after you, or
so, not really.
So tell me about that.
Well, basically, he used to be my cab driver. I used to go to school. I went to a private school, and I used to be a little hooligan. And I got
hooligan?
Hooligan. I got kicked off the bus for, just causing little mischief.
So you were raising hell.
Yeah, basically. So he became my cab driver, and we just became real good friends.
And so what? What, Steve?
He never went home, actually. That was like almost 10 years ago, so he never went home.
Well, there's a big split to the story. My mom was riding her 10-speed, and she got hit by a drunk driver. So she had to be with my grandmother for six months to a year. So my mom trusted Steve, and we've known each other then for like 6-7 months. So we just basically stayed with each other.
Okay, so he's been like your dad.
Yeah, basically. I've never really known my true father. So.
Okay. So what has he taught you? What would you say that you've gotten from old Steve?
His morals. He's very courteous, polite, respectful, well-mannered. Doing to others how you do to them. Now,
so he's taught you that?
Yeah, I don't really follow it all the time. But,
He tries to. He tries to.
I'm still in my adolescence, so.
Okay, Jack, what do you think about all of this?
Well, I think it's great. I think that, especially the part about going up to Canada trip, I think most of us live our lives in kind of a rut. And every once in a while we need to do something outrageous just to break out and feel our aliveness. Because the 9-to-5 job scene that most of us do, we don't get to feel creative, spontaneous. And so to do something like you did, I think is phenomenal. And that's why we all respond. That's why I went out over the UP and AP wires and became a national story, an international story. People in Turkey on CNN are hearing about this because...
I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah, and here we are today because you did something out of the ordinary. And it inspires the rest of us not to just be robots and go through life without thinking.
Yeah, to really live our life while we've got it.
Exactly.
And to be spontaneous and not be bound down. Now, you guys were on the Tonight Show?
Yep.
That's right.
2 weeks
Had your
ago
picture
with Jay
taken with
Leno.
Jay Leno? And I understand they're approaching you with a movie.
We've had about 6 offers.
Hey, incredible, folks. Only in America, folks. I'm being very inspired here. I'm going to do another good deed when we come back. Thank you. You guys are terrific. Thank you very much. Welcome back, folks. This is the best part of the show. I get to do a good deed for someone. We've been talking with Peter, and what I haven't told you is that you're expecting your first child.
Yes.
So if you'll stand up, Peter, and Susan, you'll bring me the surprise. This is for your new baby. From all of us here at the Bradshaw Business. Hey, you're very welcome. Do you know a boy or girl? You know,
Boy.
It's going to be a boy. So,
Ammon Ray.
Ammon Ray. Well, listen, congratulations
Thank
from
you.
all of us. Congratulations to Peter from all of us. Thank you. Jack, you were talking about one of the letters. We were swapping stories. I got a letter from a guy on death row when I wrote Homecoming, and these 4 guys on death row were doing inner child work and actually wrote a paper to the California Bar Association. You were telling me a story from Chicken Soup for the Soul, a response to it.
Mm-hmm. We had a woman who gave her brother, who was in jail, a copy of Chicken Soup for the Soul, and he wrote me a letter, and he said, you know, I've spent the last 5 years being in jail plotting to kill the guy who's responsible for me being here when I got out. And I decided that after reading your book, I can't do that anymore. You know, and to lay there at night and think that someone's going to live
Because of your book.
because of my book is pretty amazing.
That is. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, my question is directed to Peter. I was just wanting to know how his family responded when he forgave the man that hit him.
Okay. How about that, Peter?
Whose family, mine or his?
Your family.
My family, we're a bunch of rednecks. They didn't expect it at all from me.
Well, how did they finally come to a turning point in terms of acceptance?
They seen how I've turned around, and they seen that I want to give somebody else another chance. And the only thing I can say is that they're very proud of me, and I thank them for raising me the way they did.
Yeah, I mean, Peter, I think one part of your story is that you were pretty wild and crazy yourself.
Yeah.
So that one of the things that you've said is that this turned your life around, too.
Oh, yes, it's taken me from sex, drugs, and rock and roll. I'm a family man. I'm 21. I've got a house. I've got a good job. I've got a good friend. I got a wife and a child on the way.
Wow.
Can't ask for nothing more.
Yeah. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Well, Peter, we just wanted to let you know that we were very proud of your recovery, and I just wanted to know how long did it take you to recover, and I know that forgiveness is one of the best things that you could have done for him.
Thanks.
Thank you.
So, your recovery now, Mark?
My recovery will last the rest of my life, really, you know.
And how long did Peter stay?
Oh, I still ain't recovered.
Oh, okay, so she's asking how long. Well, you're not in recovery, but your life has turned around,
Oh,
and you're
yeah.
not misusing drugs and...
Oh, I haven't done drugs since December 15th of '93.
Great. Great. All right. Thank you. All right, folks. The Bradshaw Hall of Fame when we come back. I want to give a heartfelt and special thanks to all my guests today. My producers and I are committed to bringing you the best examples of human compassion and virtue. People who have truly made a difference. In my book, Creating Love, I wrote about the need for an Ordinary People's Hall of Fame. I'm entering Peter, Mitchell, Jonathan, Linda, Mark, Jelka, and Alfred, and Steve in my Hall of Fame today. Actors and actresses get Tonys and Emmys. Athletes get cards honoring them, and authors get on the bestsellers list. Why not a Hall of Fame for ordinary people? We could have a Hall of Fame for everyone who makes a difference. A housewife's Hall of Fame, mail carrier's Hall of Fame, you get my drift. And we could have cards that record each person's story so that we could put them in our purses and wallets and carry them with us, and when we're feeling low or we're feeling sorry for ourselves, we could read them for inspiration. The words of an American poet say it well. Lives of great people all remind us we can make our lives sublime, and we can leave behind us footprints on the sands of time, footprints that perhaps another, sailing o'er life's tempestuous main, a forlorn and shipwrecked brother or sister, seeing, may take heart again. These are my thoughts for the day. We'll see you on the next Bradshaw Difference.